Hello everyone, we will start off by taking some frosting and then make some lines on it as such. After this, make a scoop out of it in a circular shape and then add it to the top of your cake. Now make this in a circular shape all around your cake as such. After you are done with this, you may cut up some fruits and then add it to the center of your cake after flattening out the sides of it as such. It should look like swirls of butter. This is what the final look should look like. For our next cake, start off by taking a heart-shaped cake and then take some white frosting in this piping bag with this particular nozzle and then outline the top of the cake with it as such. Now, after you're done with this, do this all around the top of your cake. Make sure that it comes to the sides as well and loops and then continues to do so all around. As you're proceeding to do this all around, make sure that it is intact firstly and secondly of even measurements, as this way it will look all the more nicer. This will add to the aesthetic effect of it. Make sure that you form proper loops to it as well. After this, cut up some fruits and then you may add it to the center of your cake after you're done making loops all around the heart shape of your cake. We have chosen to add some pomegranates as well as some green apples or little grapes. Next, we will start off by taking a cake, add some white frosting all around it, and then smoothing it out, flatten it using any sort of flat surface. Take a cake knife and then flatten out the top of it. Now, using a piping bag with this particular nozzle, add this little frill shape to the bottom of your cake and then do it all around the sides. Now, take this piping bag with this particular nozzle, once again add it to the edge of the cake. Now, add a little basket handle to it and then add some fruits such as raspberries and blueberries to the center of your cake as well as around it. Next, take a circular shaped cake, add another layer of cake to it, and then use a cake spatula in order to flatten out this icing onto your cake. Now, make sure that there's no excess left of this frosting and remove the excess of it by spinning the cake around and then taking off the excess of it. Now, once you're done with this, remove the excess from the top as well and make sure that you make the cake as even as possible. Next, take some white frosting in a piping bag with a nozzle and then make these cotton-like hangings out of the shape. Now, once you've done this all around the top layer, you may also do this to the bottom layer as well. It does make the cake look all the more wedding-like. Make another layer of the shape at the bottom as well. Then make swirls at the top of the cake using a different nozzle out of white frosting itself. After you're done making these swirls, proceed to do this in a circular shape as such. Now use a different nozzle in order to make these circular shapes onto your cake. Do this in the gaps that are present from the swirls that you had initially made. Then add some upside down strawberries to the top of your cake and then some cut up strawberries to the bottom of it. Next, take a square-shaped cake and then line the sides of it with white frosting using a piping bag. Do this all around, including the top. Now flatten it out using a cake knife and then remove the excess of it as such. After you are done with this, make it flattened out using any sort of flat surface. We have even used a ruler in order to do so. Remove the excess of it and level it out as such. Take some frosting in a bowl and then take a spatula and then make the shape out of it and line your cake with it on the sides as such. Make it uneven to give it a little bit of an aesthetic look to it. Now once you are done with this, take some white frosting in a piping bag with a nozzle and then add these swirls, little blobs to the top of it with multiple lines to it. Now once you're done with this, add it in little gaps to it. Now after this, add it to the center of it as well. Once again, once you're done with this, add it to the center of your cake in the gaps that are present. Then take any sort of fruit that pleases you and then add it in the gaps that are present at the top of your cake. Thank you for watching.